Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are doing the Moonfire Faire today. The title's not lying to you. But before we do that, we have a few things that I want to make sure we've marked off. A few extra rewards that we can pick up real quick. First off, I got the Western Lenosia riding map finally. Yet another riding map. I think we have just 2 more to go. Let me make sure I've marked that off on my list. Mount Speed, Lenosia, Western Lenosia, we got that. Yeah, looks like just 2 riding maps left to go. We are almost completely done. 500 more hunt marks or allied seals, and we'll be able to have all the mount speed increases for A Realm Reborn. Awesome, took us long enough. Alright then. Now, before we get to the Moonfire Faire today, we have done a ton of achievements. Enough that I have 76 achievement certificates. In addition to the ones we had left over from last time we did our achievement shopping, which was just 1. And with this, we should be able to buy every single minion and mount, orchestrion role, etc. that we do not have yet from our friend Jonathan here in Gridania. But unfortunately my inventory's full, so we're gonna have to go through these one by one. I have got to clear out my inventory. Oh, I've got a lot of... Okay, well, first of all, I can trash these. But I got a lot of crafting materials I was using for, a few different things, including but not limited to the, Brain, come on. Including but not limited to working on the relic weapons. Okay, so we have the Minion of Light. When darkness veils the world, 3 minions of light shall come. An unknown prophet. Wanna say this is from Final Fantasy I. Wind-up leader. Oh, one moment. Did not expect to get an achievement. Which also reminds me, we have another thing to grab out of achievements. Please let it still be here. Here we go. Bump on a log maelstrom, mammoth number 003L. For finishing off the hunting log for, Limsa. Let me make sure I've marked that off as well. 003L, got it. Okay. Mammoth number 003L, a fully operational clockwork puppet built for the maelstrom. Wind-up leader, a leader who will follow you unquestioningly for coin and country, for serenity, purity, sanctity, till sea swallows all. I guess we get to choose which of the 3 leaders it is, or maybe it's chosen at random. We got Wind-up Odin, guaranteed not to wipe out your entire party in one fell stroke. We will get into that later. Do not worry, that is soonish. Wind-up Warrior of Light, wheresoever thou goest, so too shall light follow, from an ancient benediction. Wind-up Goblin, even this automaton's gobby bag is bigger than yours. Wind-up Gilgamesh, our old friend Greg. Several arms appear to be missing, but that does not seem to otherwise hinder basic functionality. And Wind-up Nanamo, the automaton vehemently refuses to sit upon any shoulder but Ralbon's and yours. Okay, no cards available, so let's go ahead and buy a few more bits of loot out of you. So last we did was Wind-up Nanamo, so next up is Wind-up Furion. We've got the Komainu. We've got for Barding, Black Mage Barding, the Flyer Chaffron, and the Barding of Light, and the Wild Rose Barding. And for mounts, we have one of my favorite mounts, the Magitek Deathclaw Identification Key. We'll get into that in a moment. We have a portrait of Hildebrand and Nashu for your player housing if you want it. And we have a few orchestrion roles, Beyond Redemption, My Soul to Keep, and Meteor. And that is everything, actually. He has a few glamour pieces we can purchase as well. Goblin Cap, Fat Chocobo Head's a pretty popular one, and a ribbon. I might pick those up and stick those into my glamour chest. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll decide later. I guess might as well. Looks like it also goes into the armoire, so literally might as well. But my inventory's full, so I'll deal with that later. There's also the Cascadier uniform voucher. Not quite sure what that's for. I think that's for more glamour gear, but I'm not sure where you would turn that in. We can get into that another time, I think. Or I can look it up before we get to the Moonfire Faire. Anyways, let's see. Wind Up Furion. Free is a very good price. Pretty sure you're a character from another Final Fantasy, but I don't know. Despicable You too. Alright. That is all of the Despicable You, or minion achievements, it looks like. We've got Komainu, part lion, part dog, all lion dog. Black Mage Barding, to make your chocobo look like a black mage. Flyer Chaffron, barding 4 flying chocobos. Barding of Light, to make you look, make your chocobo look like the Warrior of Light. Wild Rose Barding, which I am confident is a reference to a Final Fantasy game. And Magitech Deathclaw Identification Key. A thin rectangular piece of what appears to be cermet, concrete. Placing it near your Magitech Deathclaw will magically bring the machine to life. That's gonna be a fun mount. Okay. Let's go ahead and check these all out before we get on to the actual event. Ancient elegant weaponry known as an Iron Claw is believed to be the inspiration for this deadly example of Imperial ingenuity. While most of the Deathclaws deployed in battle are used for logistical purposes, this particular model has been customized by stationary units for enemy capture. Only so many of us find Makinos pretty, my dear, from Mide. Oh, Mide. We'll get into Mide later. That's good. She's gonna come up much, much later. She's a very good character. Oh, I miss Mide. We'll get into her eventually. Okay, before we check out the minions, before I forget specifically, let's run off and take a look at what exactly the Deathclaw minion mount does for us. It's very silly. It's one of my favorite mounts for a reason. Especially if you're playing as, I don't know, a Mikote or a Hrothgal, or Hrothgar really. Any cat-like race is going to be really funny with this. They pick you up by the scruff of the neck. And you're just sitting there, so pathetically, so sad. Free me, mother! I don't want to be carried around like this. Alright, let's check out the minion info, and then then I promise we'll head on to Moonfire Faire, but I wanted to make sure I got these before I forgot. Okay, we have... There you are, Komainu. Believed to ward the places from intruders with evil intent. Statues of these mythical lion dog creatures are often erected at the gates of sacred locations, such as shrines. When paired with another, they will always face forward. Brave as a lamp, bright as a lamp, brave as a lion from Hermega. Next up, Wind Up Odin. I think this one's safe to read. Many have pondered why a dark divinity with roots in northern mythology would wield a blade with a decidedly far eastern name. A popular theory is that Odin acquired the blade upon slaying an Auri warrior who was the first ever to notch his theretofore unsullied plates. If Odin is... we're gonna hold off on that, actually. If you want to pause and read that, you can pause and read that. But that's spoilers. That's spoilers for a side quest. We'll get into that later. Originally crafted to promote the grand companies of Eorzea, these clockwork dolls are often rewarded to company members for exceptional service. There are 3 models of wind-up leaders, one to represent each of the 3 heads of Limzono Minsa, Gridania, and Ul'dah. My suspicion is whichever one you get depends on what your grand company is. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them find it again, from Minfilia. When does she say that? That's an interesting quote. I wonder what context that will come up in. Unless it already came up. It could have already come up earlier when we were trying to get everyone together to fight back against Garlemald at the end of 2.0. Wind Up Nanamo. This clockwork doll is a reproduction of a model first crafted in the year of the Calamity to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Nanamo Ul Namo's ascendance to the Ul'dah throne. 17th in her line, the Sultana was crowned when she had seen but 5 summers. She was 5 years old when she became the Sultana. This was crafted when she was 15 years old when Dodamud fell. So she is 20 years old now. 21 years old 22 years old even in Satora's timeline. Fun. Take me, Raban. I am your Sultana. From a slumbering Lalafell. Yeah, there's a Lalafell somewhere who, I think they're at Highbridge. I think they're in one of the buildings at Highbridge. They are asleep, and they dream of being Nanamo and having sex with Raban, which is incredibly funny. You know what? Good for them. You're allowed to have weird fantasies, just keep it to your dreams, please. The masterwork of one of Eorzea's finest goldsmiths, this wind-up automaton designed to resemble a close acquaintance of the smith's son, so it's crafted by Godbert then, was pieced together using parts left over from other projects. His only regret being that he was unable to incorporate hip-gyrating functionality. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time! I love Greg. Okay, next up, we've got Mammoth number 003L. Designed to be a standard bearer in Maelstrom Company parades, these handcrafted automata were soon decommissioned due to the fact that their small stature ensured that no one could see the flags they carried. Oh dear. Feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team. From Wedge. That is referring to Maggie, who got completely nerfed in all of her character development in patch 6.1, which is infuriating. Minion of Light. Ancient records show that almost every astral era has had its own warriors of light, brave souls who appeared before forthcoming disasters to unite the people of that time, only to disappear once again as catastrophe rained down from the heavens. Next, you'll be telling me you're one of the warriors of light from Mother Mion. Curious when she says that. Wind-up warrior of light. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, I think this one's safe. Because a lot of these are references to other Final Fantasies, a lot of these are references to things that happen in side quests or even the main story. I'm trying to be careful not to specify what it's a reference to. I'm just trying to figure out what is safe to not spoil fun things that I want to be unspoiled later on. The brilliant blue suit of armor, worn by the wind-up warrior of light, is based upon ancient, elegant designs rediscovered in ancient years by adventurers returned from the Crystal Tower. Okay, yeah, no, that's safe. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time, from Gaius von Balesar. Wind-up Furion, the craftsman used in creating this clockwork automaton, is far more impressive than anything you have ever seen, which poses the question, why would anyone part with a doll without asking anything in return? I can't believe he's just giving them away free of charge, Kupo, from Mogzen. Okay, I don't know which Final Fantasy this is a reference to. I do know that this person's clothes are rewards for being subscribed to the game long enough, because I have those clothes. Interesting. I believe that is all the minions. We are up to 101 so far. Damn, I think there's around 457-ish right now? Do not quote me on that number ever. Don't even consider it. But I think we're around 450-ish. Anyways. That's all the minions and mounts, and there's also bartering, but I don't think there's much interesting with those descriptions. Like there is with mounts and minions. So now that we've got caught up on that, let's go actually take care of the Moonfire Faire. Just wanted to make sure I took care of that before I forgot, and I keep forgetting, so yeah. Want to do that now. Alright, Moonfire Faire time. Hello there, Mayaru Moyaru. What do we got? Mayaru Moyaru is scouring the Aft Castle for any Sunbeam Soul. Come on. Tongue wide. Sunbeam Souls who might not have heard about this year's Moonfire Faire. Sorry, if anyone's just joining me for the seasonal event, I've got weird stuttering, stammering issues, and sometimes my brain will just freeze up and I can't speak. Don't worry about it, I'm fine. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I spy a familiar face who looks like she could do with some proper summer recreation? That's right, the sun's rays are out in full force, and so is our beloved Moonfire Faire. These days, the event doubles as free promotion for the Adventurers Guild, you know? The brave and bold show off their heroics, and afterwards, the fair guests flock to the guild in droves to hire them. But the real star of the show is the acclaimed Eorzean Nimble Warrior course, bringing in hundreds upon hundreds of new challengers. Yes, it's back! Let's go! I'm clearing it this year! At any rate, we could really use more help out there, so if perchance I've piqued your interest, I suggest you ship out to Costa del Sol and speak to our chief chaperone, Harmega. Alright then, let's get on out there. Let's go meet up at Costa del Sol and take care of the Moonfire Faire. Okay, before anyone says anything, yes, I did notice the quest this year is a reference to Pokemon. Also, there's the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course. We will clear it this year, I swear it. How close have we gone in recent years? We got up to just below, so there's that last stretch with the tall, just straight wooden beam. We got up to about where Satora's head is at last year, so I've gotten, there's still a ways to go. And I'm out of practice, so maybe I'll have trouble, but I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try. I really want to clear it. Alright, hello Harmega. Satora, now there's a sight for sore eyes. Did Moyaru send you out here to lend a hand? This year, the event is shaping up to be a thrill for visitors and staff alike. Allow me to give you a brief outline of what we have planned. In case the screaming and splashing hadn't given it away, we brought back the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course with all of its explosive challenges intact. And if the summer sun gets to be too much, grant yourself a refreshing reprieve by enjoying an icy treat or playing with a polar bear. The polar bears are back! Even better, this year we've had a little Far Eastern flair with these hand fans. They're called Uchiwa, and they drive away evil spirits, or so I'm told. To ensure their authenticity, we hired an expert in the art of the festival to craft us 100 crates of them. And what color could be more fitting for a Moonfire than bright blazing red? Seeing as the origins of the event can be traced back to the bombird hunts of years past, I say Uchiwa are a perfect fit for the spirit of the occasion. And judging from the sizable crowd, I'm far from the only one. The downside, of course, is that we presently find ourselves quite ill-equipped to manage a turnout of this magnitude. Personally, I'd like to bolster our security cadre if I can. As it stands, none of us would be able to leave our post in the event of a serious emergency. So, given the fortuitous timing of your arrival, could I ask you to... Monster! Ah! Did she say monster? Damn it, all the people are starting to panic. Please, Satora, you've got to help us. I'll stay here and try to keep the crowd calm. You head north and find that woman. Okay, what monster? Let's go deal with a monster before anyone gets hurt. Alright. You okay? Is everything okay? The monster was just here, I swear it. It was leering at me from behind that rock, making these off-kilter little motions, and then it ran off to the east. I thought for certain it would come over here and... Oh, I feel faint. I need to go lie down. Okay, what monster is this? Little and off-kilter. Interesting description. Alright, what have you seen, friend? Damn, I didn't stand a chance against that thing. You should have seen it. I was minding my own business out here practicing my steps when suddenly that thing showed up out of nowhere to challenge me to a dance-off. Then after it utterly trounced me, it raced off again. Would that I could tell you where or even which direction, although come to think of it, I believe I saw something fall from its body. Well, it doesn't matter much to me anymore. It doesn't much matter to me anymore. I hear summer's calling and it must be heated. To the ocean with me. Whatever fell off the thing, you'll find it lying over there if you think it'll help your search. Alright then, what is this item? What is the creature that people are talking about? A dance-off? Aha! There she is! Glad as ever to see you again, Satora. Harmega told us you might be in need of urgent assistance, so here we are. We heard reports of a green monster running amok. Have you learned out in the way of a clue? I found this sitting on the ground. Not quite sure what it is yet, but... It dropped something, did it? Looks to be a needle by my reckoning. Small, green, monster, weird movements. I think it's obvious we're dealing with a cactuar. Cactuars in Lendosia of all places. Surely they would struggle to survive so far removed from their native habitat of Thanaling. Which could be why it's causing problems. I am so sorry about this. Madam Ameja, if I'm not mistaken, was it not Master Gegeruju himself who invited you out to Costa del Sol? Yes, I traveled all the way from Ul'dah at the summons of my friend Gegeruju. Naturally, I couldn't bear the thought of my dear pets missing out on the fun and festivities, so I brought them along with me. Got it. Not for a moment did I ever think they would act out like this. You have my deepest apologies. They were perfect angels when we stopped in to see Gegeruju. He even gave them treats. But the moment I stepped away for a drink, they went mad and poor Gegeruju couldn't rein them in. By the time I got back, they were gone. I swear to you, this has never happened before. Well, that would certainly explain how a cactuar ended up in Lendosia. Regardless, if your pets pose a danger to the fairgoers, we may have to subdue them by force. No, please, I've raised them since they were pups. They'd never hurt a fly. I don't fancy the prospect myself, but what other option is there? Given that the Moonfire Faire would have no venue were it not for Master Gegeruju, I'd obviously prefer if we didn't upset a dear friend of his. Yes, termination should be a last resort. Let us first attempt to capture them. Sounds reasonable to me. A sensible plan. Should things turn violent, it would only frighten the attendees. This calls for a more subtle approach. Just the three of us, perhaps. Indeed, I would see the situation sorted swiftly that we might return to the fair. If we work quickly, we may manage to find it before it escapes the bounds of Costa del Sol. Thus I propose we split up. Satora, my friend, will you search the west side of the island? I can do that. Alright then. Let's go catch some runaway pets. Hopefully without hurting them. Also, wow! Okay. I think I know what mount that is. That's really cool. I want that. I want that. I want the math bot. Someone's having fun. You know what? Good for you. Did you find something? It appears she did, but how are we going to capture it? I've never seen a cactuar look so dangerous. Is it just me, or is it radiating an aura of pure malice? I think it's just dancing. It's just having fun. I've never seen the poor thing like this either. Come to think of it, Gegeruju told me it seemed to him as though they were possessed. Actually, yeah, that does almost look like it's more in pain than anything. In that case, perhaps the aura is an evil spirit. If only we could purify it somehow. Perhaps an Uchiwa would help? We do have hundreds of crates of them. We could blow the evil spirit away. Of course, in the Far East they use Uchiwa to ward off evil spirits, right? Maybe our festival fans would work. In that case, allow me to do the honors. Evil spirits, be gone! Uchiwa shoi! Yes! Well, that was easy. Shall we head back for drinks? I'm terribly sorry to interject, but I think there's been a misunderstanding. That's only one of my dear cactuars. I'm still missing the other 6. I do appreciate you finding cacti, of course, but I'm worried about Cactilo and Cactina and Cactistifer and... Wait, so when you said pets, you brought 7 cactuars to Lendosia. It is concerning then that we scoured every inch of the island and only found one. It appears we'll have to take our search to the mainland. Very well, let us take of our Uchiwa and find these cactuars so we might ease them of their torment. Alright, we got the emote Uchiwa Shoi to blow away evil spirits. We have learned Uchiwa Shoi. Awesome, now then. Time to get searching for those cactuars. Oh, I'm glad to have Cacti back in Hail of Mine to boot. Those fans are sure to work their magic on the rest, my dearies. 6 more? We'll find them, Popiano. We'll be fine. Moonfire Faire chaperone Vodafone is prepared to help you track down a half-dozen wayward cactuars. I take it you're ready to begin? In that case, let us review our objective. First, we must seek out these cactuars. As soon as one is located, placate it with a gust from your Uchiwa, and then bring it back here. You, my friend, are in charge of searching the southwestern cliffside. Alright, 6 to find. If we each find 2, everything will be golden. Let's head on up to the cliffs. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Not even up to the cliffs. We're just heading up to Costa del Sol itself. Hello there, cavorting cactuar. Hope you don't mind, I just need to use a little Uchiwa Shoi upon you. Evil spirits, be gone! Uchiwa Shoi! The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Eager for our company, it walks right up to us, allowing us to grab it. We have gloves on, right? We have gloves on, right? Okay, good, we have gloves on. I hope they're thick enough. I don't want to get stabbed by the spines, and hopefully the spines don't get stuck in our hands or the gloves either. I can't imagine that would be entirely painless for the cactuar. Alright, now where is the other one? Ah, I see you. Alright then, evil spirits, be gone! Uchiwa Shoi! Oh my god, is there a Namazu on the fan? I think there is. It was moving too fast to see for sure. The cactuar appears to have snapped out of it, whatever it may have been. Eager for our company, it walks right up to us, allowing us to grab it. Alright. Cactuars collected. Let's get back to Pobiano and see how the search has been going for the other 2. Hopefully they were able to find their 4. I only pray we managed to find them all. Same. You've all done such a great job bringing my dearies back safe and sound. Welcome back. I don't suppose you found any cactuars? Yeah, I got 2 of them. And that brings us to 7. Excellent, we're done. And now that that's over with, I think I'll grab myself a nice drink and find a nice vantage point. Preferably somewhere in the shade, even though it's nighttime and almost midnight and we don't really need shade right now. Oh, take me with you. I've been dying for a drink. At last, the crisis is well and truly averted. Now I can return my focus to what matters most, ensuring a spectacular time is had by all. Seeing as Herr Megan still needs a status report, can I ask you see to that? Sounds good. Alright, this was a fairly simple one. I mean, the structure for seasonal events seems to always be Quest 1 ends with you getting an emote or a mount or something. And then Quest 2 has you using that emote or mount to actually complete some objective. It's fairly consistent in that structure. Welcome back, Satora. It seems you had the Cactuar crisis well in hand. You've done your part to keep the peace, and for that, I thank you. Now, what's this I hear about a malicious aura? Efficacy of the Uchiwa aside, I'd rather like to get to the bottom of this, lest we suffer the same problem next year. Actually, I agree, as that could mean we're gonna have a third quest. I just wanted to report that the pet Cactuars are resting safely away from the main festivities. I asked another chaperone to keep an eye on them. I cannot apologize enough for the trouble I caused. Yes, well, I am glad to have this matter settled quietly. My lovely ladies were quite frightened. That being said, speaking as one who has seen his share of dancers, your pets have star potential, my dear Mameja. Don't... Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna judge him, but given that, like, all of his other dancers he usually hires for vaguely, not so subtly sexual reasons, shrug? Truly, perhaps I should have them formally trained. You're not seriously going to encourage that behavior, are you? Lest you forget, it was pure coincidence that we found a peaceable solution through the use of our Uchiwa. For something like this to happen again, that luck may not hold. Surely you don't mean... I've learned my lesson, I swear. As soon as we're home, I'll ensure they're trained to stay at my side at all times. That's all I ask. Incidentally, did you notice anything that might have served as the catalyst of their cavorting? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time, you see. I thought it quite strange myself. One moment they were downing their wine like sailors, and the next, it was as though they were possessed by some manner of wicked spirit. They were drunk. You got cactuses drunk. I hate this man so much. Now I just have more reasons to hate him. They were drinking wine, my lord. And what a fine vintage it was. I was delighted to be in like-minded company. Oh, the great conversation we could have had if only they could speak. Again, I'm not gonna judge him. I'm just like, dude, they can't speak. They don't have the same language. They like... There's so many issues with it. They're cactuses. I'm sorry, like, in universe, this is probably a lot more normal, but at the same time, like, you got cactuses drunk. I don't... Wow. Mameja, I can't believe I'm asking this, but is wine safe for Cactuars? How should I know? I've only given them the finest spring water from the mountains of Kurthus myself. So they were just drunk. They were just drunk. Pah! They barely had a couple each. Besides, it's not like I poured the stuff down their throats, did I? I wasn't accusing you, per se. Alright, look, perhaps sharing a bottle wasn't the best of ideas, but how was I to know they couldn't hold their drink? Personally, I'm just glad the mystery's been put to rest, and seeing as Mamet just learned her lesson, I dare say we won't be seeing a repeat of this incident. Well, just in case someone else gives wine to some other Cactuars, I'll be sure to let the chaperone tame to know to reach for an Uchiwa rather than a weapon. That would be much appreciated, Popiana. Now let us return to the festival. The Adventurers Guild won't promote itself, you know? As for you, Satora, on behalf of the entire chaperone team, I thank you. Enjoy the remainder of the event and don't be a stranger, alright? Okay, I was gonna say that the Moonfire Faire this year was a solid, like, a perfect average. Like, what most people would say is a 7 out of 10, what I would say is like a 5 out of 10. I feel like the grading scale should be readjusted so that 5 is average, neither really good nor bad. Maybe like a 6 or a 7 on that scale. It's like, it's fine. But the Cactuars being drunk, that elevates it. That makes it a 9 out of 10 in my book. and again, to emphasize, when it comes to me doing numbering scales, what other people say is 7, I say is 5. I'd like to give a little bit more balance to both sides that way. But yeah, wow, that's really good. Okay, well, that's the seasonal event. We still got the vendor to check out. Let's see, what do you got? You've got a whole bunch of fireworks we can check out if we wish. We already have plenty of them, so I'm not too worried. Bouncing bomb balloon, which is furniture for your player housing. And looks like that's about it. So, last thing we need to do for this year's Moonfire Faire. It is time to conquer the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course. I have never conquered it before. This is probably going to get very chopped up as I am doing my best to get through here. I am out of practice with the platforming in this game. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for me to get back to at least decent. Though I am admittedly worried about a recurring issue with my controller having drift, which very easily could cause problems, but it so far has seemed fine today. Okay, made it across the warm-up course. Let's start climbing. Oh, the wood is so shiny on the new graphics engine from all the rain. Wait, it's not raining right now. Has it been raining recently, though? Or is this just very, very shiny and like... Oh, maybe it's got like some sort of coating on it to protect it from the elements. That would explain it. Come on. To the top we go. Alright, this is the basic course done. We can go and celebrate the absolute basic course. Or we can try hard mode. Okay, wish me luck. Oh god, oh no, I clipped. Oh no, okay. How bad's the bomb course? I don't remember it being too bad. Let's just not blow up. Wait. Okay, wait for that bomb to go. Risky, risky, risky! Okay. These two look so familiar. Okay, let's get close. Overshot it. Okay, well, I had the right angle there. That's good. Okay, made the first jump finally. Oh my god! Well, good news is I did notice this guy who lets me just skip right up to the end. Which is good, because I don't want to keep doing the climb over and over again just to try and make this first jump. It's rather irritating to keep doing the same thing over and over again to try one jump that I was struggling with. Okay. Let's get climbing. What the... Oh, wow, I'm so out of practice. I'm so out of practice. Oh, this sucks. Okay. Okay, here we go. Careful. Now, hop onto you. Onto this one. And here's where it starts to get a little bit more difficult with bigger, riskier jumps. And of course, you have a goddamn bomb here. Okay, first major checkpoint. Oh, you can also go up that way to avoid the bomb entirely. Here's where it gets hard. This is where I always got stuck. Okay, so, long jump. Then fall down to here. Jump over to here. Fall, no. Jump. Jump. Okay, over to you. This is off to a good start. Fall, careful. Long jump, long jump, long jump. reasonable jump. Bonk our head, I guess. Oh, wow, this is going really well. This is going to go terribly now that I've said that. Okay, alternate path over there. Seem to remember out to the side. Yeah, out to the side so you can get around the lip. Wow, okay, this is going well. We're up to the second checkpoint. We're almost completely to where we were last year. This is promising. I've only been going for like maybe 5 minutes. Maybe I'm just good at this now. Oh no, okay, that is a long jump. God, oh God. Saved by wonky wide collision boxes. This is the highest I believe I've ever been. Oh, God, please, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Okay, out to the edge, jump. No! Okay. No! Oh, God, okay. That's not too bad. That's one checkpoint down. I'll be back up there in a moment. Okay, I'm back on the weird, like, bent log. It took me a little while to get back up here, but... Okay, you know what? Fine, fair enough. We're almost back to where we were. This should be good to keep going from here. Just don't overshoot when jumping out and we'll be fine. No? Okay, well, I'll take that recovery. I'm gonna wait for this guy to go a little bit further ahead. Players don't collide with each other, but the visual can get hard to position yourself for some reason when other players are also there and kind of visually obstructing your view. You have a little tiny robot with you. And yeah, I decided to start taking the bomb path because the bomb is not there all that often, and it is just simply a much easier thing to do because you don't have to go out to the edge and then jump back in to try and barely dodge clipping a collision wall. Okay. Jump! Overshot it. Hi! Dropped right on my face! God damn it. I am aware that there is a shortcut right here just above the second checkpoint. If you jump across from here, but I'm not quite sure how to make that. It's obviously tight. You obviously have to jump in a specific way to get there. Here, let's watch this person. I think they've been using the shortcut. All right, let's not watch that person. You know what? I make mistakes like that all the time doing platforming on parts that I should be good at, so you know what? I'm not gonna judge them. It happens. But I am gonna jump to there because I realize that is a much firmer landing spot. Careful. Out a little bit more. Forward. Forward to there. The firmer landing spot. Oh God, we're high up. Oh God, okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're back. We're back at a progress. Nah, no way that could make progress. No way that could be a shortcut. It's the deceiving deceiver. It wants you to believe you can use that for a shortcut. No, there's no way they expect anyone to think that's a shortcut. That, however, yeah, that is... I missed seeing them pull it off. Dang it. Jump to the wider section. Aim out towards the edge. Aim towards the wider section. Okay, that is not a bad strategy. I just... Scree! Ronka! Oh my goodness, we will get into the behelmeted serpent of Ronka eventually. You must honor it by screeing every time. Praise Ronka. We'll get into that many, many years from now. Okay, jump! Jump! Out to the edge, aim out towards the edge. Okay, I'm overdoing it on that jump now because I've larger landing pad, making me subconsciously overconfident. Got it. Oh, screw you. Okay. Back onto the bent log. Careful, and aim for the wide section. I think they are taking a break. Valid. Okay. Aim out. That's rough. That is a very weirdly tight. That is a lot tighter than it looks. No? I will take it. I'll meet you back up there. Okay. Finally back up to the rough jump. And immediately get caught on the goddamn wall. Okay. That is rough. It would be easier to practice this one specific jump if it wasn't so risky. Like, so much risk of falling all the way down and you have to start all over again, so it's forever until you can practice again. And then not only that... Oh my god, we made it. Oh my god, no. We're at the final stretch. Okay. No, we are not at the final stretch. Okay, you know what? I'll take that as a win. And next time we get up there, we will figure out how to get safely to the next spot. I just overshot it a little. Out. Aim out. Scared me for a minute. I thought I overshot it. Oh god. Oh my goodness. Game, please. Oh god. Again, I'm getting stuck on the damn wall even when I think I'm completely clearing it. I'm gonna have to just fully aim, stand all the way out, aim all the way out. Oh, why am I having trouble with this now? And then just hope I get the right speed, I guess? But it's just so hard to practice with hard jumps that are very specifically at near the end of a very long and... Oh, come on me. I didn't even begin to attempt to do that correctly. But it's at the end of such a long and grueling course already. It's not like most of these jumps are particularly hard, but there's enough hard jumps that you will just goof on. And enough risk that you'll have to start it all over again. That it gets really mentally exhausting. It might be worth taking a break at some point soon. Somewhere high up on the course, like right at the jump I'm trying to practice. Or maybe just down at that checkpoint. So I at least have a little bit of warm-up trying to get up to it again. Just so I can come into this really rough jump mentally fresh. Or we can get it. That works. Okay. Okay. That should not have worked, but I will take it. Okay, focus mode. Never mind. Fuck you too, game. I was hoping I could jump back to safety, but nope, not gonna let me have it. Not gonna let me have it. Never allowed to have this. On the bright side, I have now officially started the final round. Because that is the final stretch. That is the 3/4 mark, I want to say. So I suppose at this point I can just meet you back up when I get to that 3/4 mark? Okay, I'm starting to get more consistent at that really hard jump, so let's do this. Okay. Oh god, okay, focus mode. Focus mode. This is the farthest I've ever been. Let's do this. God damn it. Can I get on top of the... Okay, so we have a little bit of recovery. We have a little bit of... We can start again if we fall. Wow, that's extremely generous. Okay, now it's gonna get really tough. God damn it. Okay, I think I see what to do, though. Okay, made it back here. Hypothetically, maybe you could cheese it, jump over to that end, and skip the first few sections? But, let's... I think it might actually be intended to use these edge platforms. So I technically haven't cheated at all, which is funny. Not that it's cheating, more cheesing would be accurate. God damn it. It has now been nearly an hour since I started this ascent. And, well, I'm not there yet. I was hoping to get up there by the time we get to midnight Eorzean time. It's not looking like that's likely. Obviously, I'm still gonna keep going for it, but I wanted to take a quick look at the fireworks, because Costa del Sol is really pretty at night. And also all the glowing neon coral. I love it. Also, Island of Bombs? We'll have to check that out at some point. But first, I gotta clear this. I have been at this all frickin' day. All day! It is now almost 3 p.m. You go back to the other footage and see when I started. It was like 9 a.m. Oh my god. I was so close to the end. I've been so close to the end for so long. Thank goodness I recently discovered OBS's replay feature, where you can set it to just passively like keep the last like however long a video in memory, and then if you successfully manage to, if you want to like save the last 10 minutes or so, you can just click a button and it saves it right out from memory to your desktop, which is super convenient. So I just had that running all day with it set to like keep the last 10 minutes in memory, and I finally got it. So now I've got the success in the last 10 minutes of footage, and then I just had to start up the recording real quick so we can say hello. Oh my god. Finally made it to the top. There's so many corpses up here. Everyone has died. Everyone died from how much effort this took. I'm gonna do a G pose real quick, just to celebrate my success. It'd be easier to do a G pose if there weren't other people here, just because I don't want to like accidentally drag people into this when, you know, it's fine. I'm gonna do a G pose and then I'll be back. And then we're gonna jump the hell off of here. Alright, I got a few G poses I am happy with. I have successfully climbed to the top of the tower. So now, let's jump. I am never doing this again. I might do it next year on my main for fun, but I am not doing this for the for these videos ever again. I have climbed to the top. I am satisfied. Let's have a fun. Oh my god, I fell right through. Oh no. Okay, well, you know what? Fine. Thankfully, this adventure lets you just skip the first tiny little chunk, so I can just hop right back up to this early section and ride the slide. Surely if you actually jumped, you could like land on that platform up there, but I don't care. Good luck to anyone else trying to climb up to the top. It's brutal. I did make it eventually, so that's good. Could have waited until the fireworks went off, I suppose. But yeah, let's finish off this Moonfire Faire now that I have finally successfully climbed to the top by checking out that frickin' bomb island over here. I am extremely curious about that. There we go. Now we're in a range where we can actually use our mounts. And it's just a bunch of hot air balloons with a bunch of bomb decorations, I suppose. Alright then, fair enough. Well, that is the end of Moonfire Faire. I am shocked that I actually made that, but when I found out how close I was getting to the, that last stretch, and then when I learned about the shortcut, which I guess was probably there, but then I actually decided to try and it worked. Yeah, wow, okay, yeah. This was a good Moonfire Faire. I'm satisfied. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, what are we doing? Oh. Well, I guess celebrations have to come to an end at some point. Because there's a tragedy we need to finally put an end to. I'll see everyone next time as we dive beneath the planets, or the planet's surface, one final time. It's time for the final coils. I'll see everyone next time for that.